What if I told you there's a fire burning inside your body right now, and you can't feel it? No smoke, no alarm, no pain. But it's quietly damaging your heart, your brain, your joints, and for most people, it's been going on for years without a single obvious symptom. Researchers call it chronic inflammation. And after the age of 50, it becomes one of the most significant health concerns happening inside your body. Today we're going to walk you through exactly what it is, why it tends to get worse as we age, and, most importantly, what lifestyle changes the research suggests can help. This isn't about fear. It's about knowledge. And knowledge is where everything starts. First, let's talk about what inflammation actually is, because it's not always the enemy. When you cut your finger, your body immediately sends immune cells rushing to that spot. The area gets red, swollen, a little warm. That's acute inflammation, and it's your body doing precisely what it evolved to do. It fights off bacteria, clears damaged tissue, and kicks off the healing process. The problem is a completely different kind of inflammation. For tens of millions of Americans over 50, the immune system gets stuck in a low-grade alert mode. The response that's supposed to switch on, do its job, and switch off, just never fully switches off. It keeps going. Quietly. At a low level. Day after day, month after month, sometimes for years. Scientists call this inflammaging, a combination of inflammation and aging. Research has identified it as a significant contributing factor in many of the diseases we associate with getting older. We're talking about cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, cognitive decline and Alzheimer's, certain cancers, osteoarthritis, and even depression. These aren't random. There's a common thread running through all of them, and chronic low-grade inflammation appears to be a major part of that thread. So why does this get worse after 50? 3 well-documented reasons. Number 1. The immune system changes with age. Our immune cells become less precise. Rather than mounting a targeted response and standing down, they begin producing low-level inflammatory signals more continuously. Like a car alarm that goes off for no reason, constantly. Number 2. Body composition shift. After 50, many people carry more fat around the abdomen, even without major changes in overall weight. Visceral fat isn't metabolically inert. It actively releases signaling molecules called cytokines that promote inflammation throughout the body around the clock. Number 3. The gut microbiome changes. The trillions of microorganisms in your digestive system play a crucial role in regulating immune function. As we age, beneficial bacteria decline and less beneficial strains increase. This shift can allow byproducts to enter the bloodstream and trigger systemic inflammation. 3 significant biological changes, all happening simultaneously, and most people are completely unaware. Chronic inflammation rarely produces obvious symptoms. You can't feel it the way you feel a headache or a sore muscle. But your body sometimes leaves clues. Do you wake up stiff even after a full night's sleep? Experience brain fog in the afternoons? Feel persistently tired even when rest seems adequate? Notice that minor injuries take longer to heal? Feel more irritable or low without a clear reason? If several of those resonate, it may be worth a conversation with your doctor and asking about inflammatory markers like CRP, which can be checked with a simple blood test. The encouraging part? Lifestyle factors have a measurable impact on inflammation. The choices you make every day genuinely matter. Now let's talk about what you can actually do, starting today. We'll start with food, because it's where research shows the clearest connection to inflammatory markers, and where you have direct, daily control. Number 1. Ultra-processed foods. Packaged snacks, fast food, processed meats, frozen meals loaded with refined oils and additives. Multiple large studies have found associations between high ultra-processed food consumption and elevated inflammatory markers. They don't just lack nutritional value, they appear to actively promote inflammation. Number 2. Refined carbohydrate. White bread, white rice, pastries, sugary cereals. These cause sharp blood sugar spikes. When blood sugar rises frequently and rapidly, the body generates more oxidative stress and inflammatory signaling over time. Number 3. Oils high in omega-6 fatty acids. Soybean oil, corn oil, sunflower oil, everywhere in American cooking. When omega-6 intake is dramatically higher than omega-3, the balance shifts toward pro-inflammatory pathways. The average American diet sits at roughly 15:1. Research suggests closer to 4:1 is more supportive of healthy inflammation balance. Now the other side. Fatty fish, salmon, sardines, mackerel. Rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which play a direct role in resolving inflammatory responses. 2 to 3 servings a week is what most research considers meaningful. Leafy greens, spinach, kale, arugula, collard greens. Dense with polyphenol that help neutralize the free radicals associated with inflammation. Studies consistently link high leafy green consumption with lower inflammatory markers. Extra virgin olive oil, the cornerstone of the Mediterranean diet. It contains a compound called oleocanthal that has been shown to inhibit some of the same inflammatory pathways targeted by common over-the-counter pain relievers. Berries, blueberries, strawberries, blackberries. Among the highest antioxidant foods available. The pigments that give them their color have been specifically studied for anti-inflammatory properties. A daily handful makes a difference. Turmeric. The active compound curcumin has shown effects on inflammatory markers in clinical studies. Combining it with black pepper increases absorption by up to 2,000%. Simple habit, meaningful payoff. No single food is a cure. But a dietary pattern built around whole foods, vegetables, healthy fats, and quality protein, and away from ultra-processed foods and excess refined carbs, produces measurably lower inflammatory markers over time. You don't need a perfect diet. You need a consistently better one. Now the lifestyle factor that surprises most people when they see the research. Not exercise. Not supplements. Sleep. Sleep is when the body resets immune function and clears inflammatory byproduct. When sleep is consistently short or poor, that process gets interrupted. Studies show that sleeping fewer than 7 hours is associated with significantly higher inflammatory cytokine levels. Even one disrupted night produces measurable increases by the following morning. After 50, sleep architecture naturally shifts toward less deep, restorative sleep, which makes sleep quality especially important. 3 evidence-based habits that help. Keep a consistent sleep and wake time, even on weekend. This regulates the circadian rhythm that governs your body's overnight repair processes. Keep your bedroom cool, around 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit. The body needs to lower its core temperature to enter deep sleep. Many people sleep in rooms that are simply too warm. Reduce screen exposure 30 to 60 minutes before bed. Blue light from phones and TVs delays melatonin production and pushes back your body's readiness for sleep. Fix your sleep, and you fix an enormous part of the inflammation picture. Chronic inflammation is not an inevitable part of aging. Yes, biological changes after 50 make it more likely. But those conditions respond, measurably, to the choices made every day. What you eat, how you sleep, how you move, how you manage stress, these are among the most powerful determinants of how the next decade feels and functions. The people who age well aren't doing anything exotic. They're applying consistent, evidence-informed habits over time. You now have a clearer picture of what's happening and a concrete set of places to start. If this was useful, Hit the like button, it helps this content reach more people who could benefit from it. Subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. And leave a comment below, which of these changes are you going to focus on first? We'll see you in the next one.